This is Jacques-Louis David's famous painting of the crowning of the Emperor Napoleon. And if you actually look, Napoleon has already crowned himself, and now he's crowning his wife, the Empress Josephine, who would become the co-ruler of his new empire with him.
It was part of a propaganda campaign to increase support for the rule of Napoleon. Okay? We're going to look at a couple of small details to try and capture how the artist is trying to increase support for Napoleon through the elements of the painting. I'm going to go a little closer to show you some more detail.
This painting is enormous. We're in the Louvre, the famous French art gallery here in Paris. I mean, look at these crowds. You know a painting is important when you've got this many people next to it. Napoleon is granting himself the authority to crown others. He is the king of kings, the crowner of other crowns, the emperor of this massive empire. Napoleon was not just a general, which we know him for, Jacques-Louis David. He was a supporter of the revolution, which culminated in Napoleon's empire. So you probably know of Napoleon mainly for being short, right? But look at this. The artist placed him on stairs to make sure that he was as tall as everyone else around him. And in fact, he's a head taller than everyone else. Notably, he's also taller than the Pope. That's the Pope right there in the white with his scepter. So Napoleon is a head taller than the Pope. And of course, when you're taller than the Pope, or when you're higher than the Pope, you have more importance. This is the artist and Napoleon himself saying, I am more important than the Pope. Finally, over here, we see a sword on the far right with a little guy looking down at it, a little boy looking down. The sword is kind of hidden with this soldier leaning on it in the background, a reminder that hidden behind the power of Napoleon was the armies of France and the fact that he was the most successful general in all of world history. And if you mess with the power of Napoleon or the power of the church, there is the sword hidden in the background. And of course, the size of the painting is no coincidence, intended to overwhelm you with impressive grandeur, to intimidate you.